Thanks for checking out my case study, and I cannot wait to share with you how I helped one hospitalist save over $200,000 in her student loan interest and begin building passive income without any changes to her spending. So first off, let me guess a little bit about you. Do you feel like you are just in a never-ending cycle of debt payments, of these large debt payments? You feel like you have no plan for your financial future. You are losing sleep over your anxiety of these payments. You just feel behind, like you just aren't where you should be in life with your training and your income, and you just feel like you make too much money to be having money problems. It's like you are making it up as you go along, and you just don't know what you're doing. If any of this sounds like you, then let's just keep watching. And I get this feeling. I've worked with so many clients who say this just feels like a huge weight on their backs, this dark cloud that's just following them around and never letting them see the sun. And this weight, it's holding you back from your dreams and your desires. It is so bothersome and uncomfortable, and you just don't know when it's ever gonna go away. And you really, with this behind you, just don't have any hope for a positive and fulfilling future. But let me tell you this. It is time to break free from your burdens, free from this debt, and on your way to a positive future. And so many people, they're just unaware of how quickly they truly can get out of debt. And once you knock it out, how you have so much freedom at that point moving forward. People I work with, they give me their 10 years goals, and I kid you not, most all of the time we get those 10-year goals able to be knocked out in 3 to 5 years or less. Today, I want to talk to you about 3 important items. Number 1, the secret weapon that lenders are using against you. Number 2, the proven system to save you tens of thousands of dollars in student loan payments, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And third, steps to help you create the life you want to live, additionally with even minimal sacrifice on your side right now. So let me show you what happened working with Dr. Emily Saluki. She is a hospitalist in Denver, Colorado. She came to me from a referral of another coaching client of mine, and Emily has had $450,000 in total student loans with her undergrad and her grad put together. This number was just causing her to be hopeless, anxious. She was really financially uneducated and just didn't know what to do in her situation. Working with me, we were able to deeply analyze her personal situation. And that's what I love about this, about personal finance, because it is just that. It is personal. What works with her is not going to work with everybody, and every situation is unique and has such its own way about how to beat it. We were able to find ways to reduce her loan costs, and after all was said and done in this coaching, she will save over $200,000 in student loan interest, and she will be paying her debt off and be debt-free years and years earlier than planned. And it all started with a mindset change, a big mindset shift, but really not even much of a lifestyle change at all for her. And maybe it can be the same for you. Now, Emily, she is hopeful, confident, informed, inspired, and she was on her way towards financial freedom, and she has a plan. She has a plan to follow, and she is following that, and she is just able to be making great choices. And that's something I love. I love in my coaching teaching people how to fish financially so they can make great choices on their own, and that's exactly what Emily is doing. If you take a look here, this is what Emily said about working with me, her review. I'm not going to read through it, but feel free to pause the video and see what Emily had to say about her experience with me. Or you can be like Tim Brown, petroleum engineer. Obviously, he's a great earner, but he was just a little unsure of what to do with this money he was making. He had unfortunately made some poor financial decisions right out of college and was still rebounding from those. Super intelligent guy, but just needed guidance on his finances from a trusted source on how to help him be a little bit more successful financially. After working with me, we got Tim a little extra passive income of over $4,000 a month. So that is a great little $50,000 a year raise that Tim was able to give himself. And he uses his talent and his treasure to help others. One of the best things I just love about Tim, one of the main reasons I love helping people, and hopefully, the same for you, is what they are able to do with their success to then turn around and help other people. His only regret, his only qualm with this whole coaching session is he just wishes that we would have started a little sooner. Or you can be like Dr. Sarah Sukla, $250,000 in student loans, unsure of her future, dissatisfied in her current role as a physical therapist. Now we work together and Sarah has a plan for her future. We got her into a new fulfilling career path that brings her so much more joy, and she's building wealth with intentionality and doing such an amazing job. Here's what Sarah had to say. Again, I'm not going to go through this. Feel free to pause the video and read that. So a little bit about me. I graduated summa cum laude, top of my class in business and economics in college. I worked for 3 years in banking and investments, really getting to work with a lot of wealthy people, see their tax returns, see what it was that set them apart. And throughout this whole time, I really still had a passion. My main passion was for personal finance and helping people on an individual level, helping my family and friends get on a great path with their finances. And I actually ended up taking a wild career change, left banking, and went and played professional basketball for 2 years in Europe. I was able to do some ministry work, had great opportunities there, and to start some businesses. And this is when I really started focusing on creating the life that I wanted to live and using my talent to help other people do the same. It is a huge passion of mine. And everything that I coach and teach are things that I have done and gone through myself. There's nothing that I teach that I haven't implemented myself, and I love being able to help other people create the life they want to live. What I do is I offer a satisfaction guaranteed personal financial coaching. I really specialize in student debt and true financial education, how to have people take their money and earn even more money with it. I really bring a great balance, not only of knowledge, but also of empathy and the motivation that people need moving forward, coming to their level and understanding your situation and how we can help it. And lastly, but definitely not least, I am in your corner. This is a team effort. This is not me versus you. This is not me telling you what to do. This is me being in your corner, helping you to succeed. So that's a little bit what I am. Here's what I'm not. I am not a financial advisor. I have nothing against financial advisors, but I am not here trying to coach you and help you with any ulterior motive. I am not trying to manage your money, get your money under my umbrella of investments, or have any ulterior motives of referring you to my lender, my realtor, any of my people. That is not what I am about. I am a financial coach, and my coaching is for a flat, agreed upon, upfront flat fee. I have no ongoing fees, and I'll show you right here, having no ongoing fees can save you some serious cash. So let's take a look at that really quickly. This slide right here on the left, you see if you invest $500 a month over 30 years at typical average, industry average 9% return per year, you will have $923,000, almost $1 million in 30 years. If you look at that exact same investment over the same amount of time at only 8%, which is after you would pay your financial advisor 1% fee each year, that return is only $751,000. That is a $170,000 difference. And if you feel like if it's worth $170,000 to work with me, learn how to do these yourself, then let's keep talking. Now back to these 3 steps. Number 1, the secret weapon that lenders use against you. It is this little thing called front-loaded interest. And what front-loaded interest is really, it means that interest is accruing much higher at the beginning of your loan than it is at the end of your loan. And I'll show this to you on a graph here soon, but this means it will take almost 22 years to pay the first half of a 30-year loan. 22 years to get just halfway through it because there's so much interest up front. So we look at this slide here. This is a typical loan amount, $200,000 at 7% interest rate over 20 years. Pretty typical maybe for a medical school student loan. Your monthly payment, $1,550. But if you look right here, of that $1,550, only $384 is actually going to principal, and the rest is all going to interest. Which means if your balance is $200,000 and you make a $1,500 payment, your balance only goes down about $300 to $400. And if you look right here, this principal amount is slowly going up over the life of your loan, and the interest amount is slowly going down. And this is a way for lenders to make more money up front, because they know if you're going to pay something off early, they want to make sure they get all the income they can as early as possible. So how do you beat that? Let's look at the same loan. If you make regular payments on that loan, over the life of that loan, you will pay $172,000 in interest. But by beating it with an extra payment, so let's say you just throw an extra $500 a month on there, which will not be hard to find, I guarantee you that. We look at that, your total interest over the life of that loan is only $97,000. You're going to be saving $80,000, and that works because every single dime of extra payment that you make towards loans goes straight to the principal amount, and none of that goes to interest. So moving along, number 2, the proven system to help you. It starts with education, real education, and a shift in mindset. The first step in getting anywhere you want to be is realizing you can't stay where you are right now. So shifting mindset to want to take those steps, understanding how to. We also understand your cash flow. Where is your money going? If you don't know where every dollar is going, those dollars are still going to go, but you're not going to have any say over where they do. And lastly, on this part, demystifying your debt and restructuring it to what makes sense for you. You can't beat your debt if you don't understand your debt. So we're going to understand it, and then we're going to beat it. With this proven system, you have to be able to understand investing and understanding the difference between saving and investing, because there's a big difference there. And we're working to be able to create passive income for you. We have to have your money make more money for you. It's kind of like Monopoly. No one is ever going to win Monopoly by just passing go, circling the board and collecting their $200. You have to take the money you have, find and build and buy assets, which then put more money in your pocket. That is an example of what passive income is. We also accelerate your timelines. If you're okay wanting to wait 30, 40 years for this debt to be gone, that's fine, but I want to accelerate that and get rid of this debt much quicker and get rid of it now. And we have to track the correct metrics. I really don't care what your salary is or how much money you have in your bank account. Those are not the correct things to be tracking. It's just like you in your career. If you're not tracking the right things with your patients, it's probably not going to be very easy to see the results you want. Same thing here. So once we start tracking the correct metrics, you're going to start seeing huge change very quickly. And third, this system is personalized to you. I've said it 10 times, I'll say it 10 more times. This is one-on-one personalization, customization to your situation. We have to understand your specific debt and be able to work towards refinancing that. We have to find your magic number and your cash flow strategy, and then we can work backwards from the goal with that magic number and create this personalized cash strategy for what you're going to be doing in your life. And lastly, making your salary start working for you. So a couple questions we have in this personalized system is, number 1, what keeps you up at night with your money? How much do you want to change your lifestyle? Do you want to see drastic change right away or slow change over time? What type of risks are you willing to take with your investments? How confident are you in your finances? If I asked you 1 to 10, how confident are you? What would you say? And what could we do to change that confidence level? How do you best receive constructive criticism? I'm not going to work and talk with you the same way I'm going to talk with the other people in your cohort. Everyone's a little bit different, and we have to understand those specific situations. What goals would you love to achieve with your finances? And what life events would you like to be preparing for? Is this going to be buying a house, getting married, having children, buying an investment property? And what fun events should we be preparing for? Traveling, skiing. I know with your guys' work schedule, it can be great flexibility to go on these weekend getaways or do lots of traveling. And we want you to be able to enjoy those things, keep enjoying them, and actually be able to enjoy them much more when there isn't, that anxiety that comes along with it. When all of these things are aligned, your mindset, I've said it before, mindset, it's 80% of the battle. If we align your proper mindset, proper coaching, someone who understands your situation and has been there and done it before, proper motivation needed and empathy needed for your situation, and that personalization to your situation, when all of those are aligned, we will be cracking the code to your success, and hope is on the way for you. So who is my ideal client? I'm ready and willing, wanting to work with someone who is ready for change and ready to take action now. Someone who my clients, they have a large gap between their earning potential and their financial training they've had over their lifetime. And someone who really appreciates the customization and one-on-one training that I can bring to the situation. People who like to have a set plan moving forward that they can follow and know they're getting to where they need to be. And like I said earlier, someone who you just feel like you make too much money to be having money problems and you don't understand where that gap is. And lastly, somebody who is ready for a serious ROI or return on investment very quickly. We aim to get your initial investment back 10, 20, even 100-fold possibly as quickly as possible, very quickly. We want to see drastic change as soon as possible. So you have to ask yourself, where are you in your journey and why are you there? What has kept you from the progress you want? And you have to be honest with yourself. If you could do all these things on your own, then why haven't you done that so far? What do you need to get you to where you want to be? And I'll say this, the most important step is the first step. So I give you real props. You are here, you are seeking out a solution, you are watching this video. That is the most important step. Again, realizing you can't stay where you are. So let's just keep that momentum rolling. And again, you can be like other clients of mine, like Madison. Madison, she was a realtor, she had some unhealthy spending habits, knew she was making good money, just didn't understand where all of it was going at the end of the month. And even though she was a realtor, she still had quite a bit to learn with her real estate investing. After working with me, Madison turned her financial life around completely, and she is excelling in every way. As you can see right here, this is Madison with a home that she just bought, and she is using passive income to literally pay her living expenses. She is living mortgage-free, rent-free, and the best thing about all of this, Madison is so confident. She is just exuding confidence in her new financial plan and situation. And I follow Madison on social media profiles, on Instagram, and she is literally teaching other people on there how to do the exact same thing that her and I worked with. And that is so cool, getting to see it pass on and her just being confident in that. Or you can be like Peter Pham. Another student of mine, pharmacy student and an IT developer, so many different interests, just lacked a little career direction of what he wanted that to look like, as well as his knowledge on investing and wanting his money to be able to make more for him. Peter now has negotiated a new 6-figure contract, while working with me. He got this, and this was 40% higher than the original offer. So it's so cool to see that work, see that play out. And Peter is now confident in not only his financial direction, but also his career direction, and just, again, excelling in so many different ways. So what I teach, it is transformation time. I teach a transformational program. We are going to get you from where you are to where you want to be as quickly as possible. And we do that we have to be able to remove the barriers that have gotten in the way of your own progress right now. And so many people, they don't quite understand what I teach. It's not just all financial content. It is a well-rounded coaching program working on so many different types of your success and your health but it is financially based, and there's a financial foundation, and it uses using money as a tool to create the life you want to live. So if this sounds like something you want to get on board with, where do we go from here? So the first steps, sign up for a personalized strategy session with me right below this video. There's a link right below. You can click on it. It will be one-on-one time with me, about 30 minutes, completely free, and we'll answer 2 very important questions. Number 1, how are all the different ways I can help you? And number 2, simply, do you want me to? This is your life. If you're ready to make a change, is this something that you want help with in your own situation? It will be the most valuable 30 minutes this year that you have spent on your own personal development. And even if you don't want to sign up and move forward after this, you still will gain just an incredible value. And I love to be able to give you clarity to move forward with that. So this is where we stand. It is time for action. I do have limited spots open due to the customization of my coaching and the one-on-one work. I can't take on an unlimited number of clients. However, if you are seeing this video, if it is up, I do have at least one spot open. So move quickly to get a strategy session and get that booked. Quick movers, historically, I will tell you, see the best results. If you are wanting to make quick action quickly, just go for it. Just go for it. Today is the day that you can make a change. If any of this today has struck a chord with you in the deepest parts of your soul, then just apply right now. Take the leap today. Thanks so much for watching. Again, you can schedule a session right below this video. You can follow me here. I can't wait to talk with you more. Have a great, great day.